Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Fall 2006. This is going to be another one of those Don White recommended movies. He sent me a list of about 10 to 15, and about a third of the way through the list. Although I messed up my last video review by reviewing the wrong movie. This one, The Fall, is described by some as the greatest movie of all time. I've seen a lot of movies. I wouldn't call it the greatest, but it's definitely a great movie. 5 out of 5 stars. It's not one of those mind-bender movies, but the cinematography is great. They shoot all from locations all over the world, so pretty cool stuff. What really got me sold on this movie was when the little girl fell, and then she starts having these crazy hallucinations. That was the best part. So that kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting that, but anyways, this movie takes place in the 20s during the silent era of movies. There's a stuntman who has a girlfriend, but then she ditches him, so he wants to kill himself. So he does some kind of crazy stunt with the horse, into jumping with the horse into a lake or something. I didn't quite catch the beginning, but or maybe it was so long ago when I saw the beginning that I can't remember. But yeah, I saw this movie in parts, so forgive me if I don't remember all the details. But in any case, he's in what looks like one of those free hospitals, you know, the ones with the nuns in them, the ones that used to take care of my great grandma back in the 60s. Yeah, it's that kind of hospital, I guess. And there's a little 5-year-old girl there. I guess she broke her arm from falling also. She fell on her arm, so somehow that part wasn't clear to me. Maybe I missed something. But anyways, the stuntman dude is, I guess his name is Roy or something. He's laid up in bed, right, from injuries, and he wants to overdose, kill himself on morphine. So he thinks up a clever ruse to tell this little 5-year-old girl a story of 5 bandits. But he doesn't finish the story. He tells the little girl, well, you have to get these pills for me first. Otherwise you won't get to hear the end of the story. So he's just pretty much using her. She ends up falling and banging her head, or some kind of brain injury or something. She's got a bandage on her head. But the story is about these 5 bandits. I guess one is a former slave. The other one's an Indian, not American Indian or indigenous person, but Indian. And then there's an explosives expert. There's some dude named Darwin, who's of course a biologist or some kind of scientist studying nature. And then there's the masked bandit, who looks like the same guy as the guy who's laid up in bed. He's got his head shaved on the sides, kind of funny looking hairdo. So they're going after some dude named Governor Odious. I guess Governor Odious tick them off really bad one time, and all of them want to kill this guy. So they go out on a search and adventure, going all over the place. There's an elephant that swims. Um, some pretty cool looking stuff, like a tree burning. There's this caravan that burns. Um, there's a cool looking city with a bunch of blue houses. So that's pretty much the gist of the movie. I mean, I'll post the movie in the description box. It has a free trailer if you want to watch it. But if you want to watch the movie, you got to pay just like anything else. This is some kind of B movie. The director even goes so far as to compare himself to Pasolini. Pasolini didn't use that much color until the 70s, I guess. So the 60 movies, not all of us 60s movies are in black and white. So I find that comparison a little hard to believe. He said that while he was filming the Alexander the Great clip, because I guess the girl's name is Alexandria, which is a cool name. I guess she can't. English is not her first language, or she's also from India, because the Roy guy writes down the word morphine so she can identify the bottle in the pantry or whatever, and she thinks that the E is actually a 3, so she ends up flushing down all the pills in the bottle down the toilet, except for 3, which she gives to Roy. Roy says it didn't even put him to sleep. Then she steals another bottle from the guy across the way, but apparently it's just a bottle of sugar, so it doesn't kill Roy. In the special features, they say he's suffering from a broken heart. Jeez, I've actually been in that type of situation. I had the hots for this Korean girl. But yeah, I thought I could dull the pain by abusing drugs when I was way back when I was in my early 20s. So I could kind of relate to this guy Roy, what he was going through. Love unrequited is very painful when you're a young guy. And so can't really blame the Korean girl for me abusing drugs, though. That was totally my choice. But I sort of could understand where Roy was coming from, since he was a young guy and couldn't really understand why his girlfriend left him. So, pretty cool story. I mean, it's half of it is in this fantasy world, the story that Roy conjures up to get the girl to steal pills for him, and the other half is in this Catholic hospital, I guess, charity hospital. I'm not sure why Roy has to go to a free hospital if he's a stuntman. I guess they didn't make good money during the silent era. I don't know. Or maybe he spent all his money. That part wasn't really clear either. But great flick. I thought I was going to give it 4 out of 5 stars until I saw the hallucination scene after she falls the second time. That has to be the best scene in the whole movie. There are a lot of great eye candy type scenes, but you can check it out in the trailer. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the uh, the fall hallucination scene of the little girl on YouTube, so it's too bad they didn't put that in the trailer. But it really doesn't have much to do with the rest of the movie, so oh well. It's like that hell scene in Altered States. That's what it reminded me of. Pretty cool stuff. Whoever came up with that scene must have been, like one-hit wonder type of individual who just did like 5 minutes of the movie, and then they let pretty much the director take over for the rest of the movie. So that was kind of a surprise for me, but good surprise in a good way. So that's the end of my review. Highly recommended. Check it out later.